Hey guys, and welcome back to another Star Citizen video. As usual, I am AeroDoxx, and this video is all about mining Quantanium. Specifically, mining Quantanium in a prospector. However, other videos such as FPS mining and ground vehicle mining will all be coming soon, but we wanted to show you guys how you can make a ton of money and afford those bigger and badder ships and all the weapons, armor, and ammo you could ever need, using a method we personally use to keep our pockets lined. So, yeah, let's roll the intro and get ready to crack some space rocks. Do you wish you had more ships? Are you on a strict budget that dictates what armor or weapons you can buy? Do you like watching rocks explode? Are you reaching into your space pockets and pulling out nothing but dust and dreams? Well, then it's time you learned about Quantanium mining. Quantanium mining involves finding a Quantanium rock either planet-side or in space and breaking it open to collect the Quantanium inside, which you then sell outright or after refining it. Selling one full run of Quantanium will net you one price, whereas refining it will roughly double that price. This method of mining is incredibly lucrative. It is easily one of, if not the best way to make money, and it really doesn't take a lot of skill, mainly patience and a sharp eye. With what we are about to show you, you can easily make millions of UAC, and I really do mean millions, with just a few hours worth of work. Currently, with just one run and a small amount of luck, you can easily turn one run of Quantanium into 300k or more, and already have more money rolling in before you've even collected your initial run. To get started, we are going to need at least three things. We are going to need a non-rented prospector, an MH1 Lancet mining head, a surge module, and optionally, an Optimum module. Currently, on Lorryville at the New Deal, you can pick up a prospector for 2,061,000 credits, and it can easily return that cost back into your wallet in no time. It features a bay window-like cockpit, a single mining head, a bed, a toilet, 32 SKUs of cargo storage, and twin Badger laser repeaters. It also has a small amount of internal storage space so you can keep food and water on board during your mining runs so that you don't have to waste time eating and drinking on a station. The mining head it comes with will need to be replaced with an MH1 Lancet mining head because it is powerful enough to crack the rocks we want open compared to the default mining head. It can be purchased at any one of these locations you're seeing on your screen now for 23,500 credits. Feel free to pause the video and come back when you're ready to move on. You are also going to need a few surge modules. Surge modules are great for giving the bigger rocks that just won't budge the extra kick in the ass they need to break open, and they can be purchased at Lorryville's Tammy and Sons shop for 1,400 credits each, and we recommend buying at least a few of them, like 5 or 6, because each module can only be used 5 times before it needs to be replaced. We recommend storing them on your ship, then bringing them to your preferred mining station like ARC L1 so that you can easily access them in the same place your prospector will be stored. Trust us on this. If your ship blows up, you'll keep the mining head, but you won't keep any surge modules, so having easy access to them at your home station is going to be a lifesaver. To equip our Lancet and Surge module, we want to go into the Vehicle Manager tab, select our ship, and then select the MISC Prospector. From here, we're going to click Utility, and this is where we can equip our Surge module and our Lancet mining head. To equip our Lancet mining head, we simply select the weapon slot here, and then select Equipped here. And for the Surge module, we select Sub-Item slot here, and then select Equipped here as well. Don't forget to click Save Changes and Equipped when you're done. Optionally, you could pick up an Optimum module, which may offer additional help breaking open particularly stubborn rocks even easier, but it's not required to make a great amount of money. If you do want to pick up an Optimum module, you can pick one up at ARC L1 via the showcase rack because the terminals in the mining store are currently not working.
Windows 98!
Once we have our prospector, our mining heads, and our chosen modules, we have a few decisions to make. We are going to need to pick a station with a refinery that is as close as possible to the location we have chosen to mine at. The reason for this is that Quantanium is what's known as a volatile cargo. As soon as you've begun to collect it, you will have a modest amount of time to return to the station and store your ship before it blows you up. A few more things can determine where we want to make our base of mining operations aside from proximity to our mining location, such as refinery bonus and proximity to a trade division. Two common places people choose as a base are Crew L1 and ARC L1. Crew L1 offers a Quantanium bonus and is close to Area 18, which is useful for selling what you refine. ARC L1 does not have a Quantanium bonus or a nearby trade division for selling and is less popular as a result. However, ARC L1 does have a grace, which we'll explain in a minute. A refinery bonus offers an additional gain to any refined materials when you put them through the refinery process, so you end up earning just a little bit more than you would at another station that doesn't have a bonus for your desired mineral. For instance, if you chose to refine at Crew L1, then you will gain a 3% bonus to all raw Quantanium you refine there, and we definitely recommend doing so. However, for this video, we've chosen ARC L1 as our base because it is not as common as Crew L1, and as such does not have many pirates. The entire time I've mined, I've never been attacked by pirates, but it does happen to people, so by going to ARC L1, we feel like it minimizes our chances of being attacked as much as it can. As far as mining location goes, we have two options. We can mine on a planet, or we can mine in what's known as the Aran Halo. The Aran Halo is an asteroid belt situated between the orbital lines of Crusader and ArcCorp around about here. Now for our video, we have chosen the Aran Halo as our place to mine, but please note there are a few planetary bodies where you can mine that do have Quantanium on the surface. Before we set out, remember to eat and drink or visit a clinic and remove everything from your character besides the undersuit and helmet because we don't need them and we don't want to lose them should we manage to blow our ship up. Okay, so now our base is ARC L1 and we need to make it to the Aran Halo. This is not a place with a marker you can just jump to, so we need to get a little creative. To get there, we are going to start at ARC L1 and set a route for Hurston. You'll notice up here is a distance in kilometers of how far it is to your destination. From here, we want to undock our prospector, float a short distance away from the station, and then spool up our quantum drive once we are lined up with our destination, and then we engage the jump and take careful note of our distance to our destination seen here. The trick here is to drop out of quantum travel as close to 13,500,000 kilometers from Hurston as we can, and we do that by pressing B when this number here is as close to that 13,500,000 kilometer mark as it can be. If all goes well, when we drop out, we'll be inside the Aran Halo and we will be surrounded by hundreds and hundreds of asteroids. Now that we have successfully made it into the Aran Halo, the first thing we need to do for the sake of being able to see everything really well is to orient the back of our ship towards the sun. This will face the lit up sides of asteroids to our cockpit so that we can get a better view of what we're dealing with. From here, we're going to want to increase our speed and possibly activate cruise control if you want to, and begin scanning using the tab key. As we scan, we're going to start seeing these lit up cluster areas. What we want to do is come within 300 meters of each cluster and then activate our mining head by pressing M. On the right side of our screen, we can then see our scan results as well as our cargo. Before we go any further, let's briefly talk about what exactly you're going to be looking for. The first thing to note is that Quantanium rocks, in my experience, are either Type Q or Type P asteroids. They also feature an orange marbling, making them distinct from other rocks even at a distance. Essentially, if it doesn't have the orange marbling or is not either Type Q or Type P, then we don't need to waste our time getting up close and scanning it. When we do find the orange marbling and get close enough to scan it with the mining drill, we are going to want to look for a few key pieces of information. Within 8 minutes of arriving in the Aran Halo, I found this Type Q rock with a mass of 4,600 or so and a whopping 38.94% Quantanium composition. So now it's time to bust this bad boy open. First thing we do is rotate a little off the asteroid, click the left mouse button to initiate the laser, and scroll all the way up to 100% power, and then bring the laser over the asteroid once again. Here is where we need to pay attention. You'll notice that even though I am at max power and the laser is on the asteroid, the bar here is not filling up. This is because I haven't activated the surge module yet. Once I do, you'll see the bar shoot up way closer to the green zone. From here, I'll either scroll up or scroll down to keep the bar where it needs to be. In order to activate the surge module, you'll just press Alt and 1. In order to break the rock open and not blow ourselves up, we need to first be within 30 meters of the rock so that our mining beam is within optimal range. Then we need to get this bar here within the green zone here and keep it there. Too much power and we risk running into the red zone. Too little power and you'll drop below the green zone. In order to successfully break the rock open, you're going to need to scroll up or down to adjust the power of the mining beam to control where the bar is on the fly. When you are inside of the green zone will begin to fill up. Once it has filled up completely, the rock will shatter. If you run into the red zone, you'll notice that the green zone continues to fill up at the same time as the red zone. This is bad. If the green zone fills up while there is any of the red zone filled up, the rock will shatter, but it will do so in a much more explosive manner, and you'll risk killing yourself as well as ruining a portion of the Quantanium inside the rock. If this starts to happen to you, either scroll down on the wheel to decrease power, or left click the mouse button to turn the laser off completely and wait for the red zone to dissipate. Until the red zone has dissipated, the green bar will continue to fill up. If you think that the green bar is going to fill up completely before the red zone has completely disappeared, then you need to back up from the asteroid as quickly as possible to avoid taking damage or killing yourself. If you take it slow and carefully control your power to keep it out of the red zone, the rock will shatter and you'll be able to scan each piece of the rock for the Quantanium we want. Once we've identified the Quantanium pieces, we will then break these pieces as well. These pieces will not require the surge module, and if we place the laser over the rock and slowly scroll up little by little, we'll begin to see progress right away. Once these rocks shatter, we will be able to extract the Quantanium inside. One quick tip for you. If the rock has an orange outline, it means that it can't be extracted yet. If the rock has a purple outline, then it means you can extract the contents. Also, don't begin extracting until you have broken all the pieces you intend to collect, because the moment you do, you start a countdown that determines how long you have until your ship blows up from the volatile cargo. If you wait until all the pieces you want have purple outlines, then you can give yourself even more time to return to the station and store your ship. You'll have about 14 minutes from the moment you begin extracting to safely return. To activate extraction mode, right-click with the mouse, aim at the rocks with the purple outline, and then left-click to begin the extraction, and watch as your cargo fills up. Once the cargo is full, or we have extracted as much as we can, we will need to quickly set a route back to our station and quantum jump as soon as it's ready. While you're in quantum travel, you can hit the M key on the keyboard to switch to your mining mode and see how much time you have left on your volatile cargo. As soon as you've come out of quantum travel, you'll need to wait for the cooldown and then jump again while aiming at the station itself. If all went well, then you've arrived with plenty of time left to get to the station. After you come out of quantum travel for the second time, throttle up to a significant speed and aim for any part of the station that you won't hit should you fail to slow down in time. You should be fine if you're using cruise control up until around 2,000 or 3,000 meters away from the station, but I urge you to figure out where you are most comfortable here, because the Prospector is a heavy ship and she carries around a lot of momentum. As soon as you are within the range of the station, call for a landing and dock as soon as possible. Then hop out of your ship and head into the station and activate the Fleet Manager panel and store your ship. If your ship has not blown up before you have successfully stored your ship, then you are safe and no longer in a rush. Now it's time for us to make some money. What we want to do now is head for the elevators and click on the Refinery button once we're inside. Once we've arrived, we're going to travel this path, and then we're going to go up these stairs to the Refinery processing area. Now this part is up to you. If we interact with the ore sales terminal, we can see everything in our prospector is worth a respectable 140k. Now you can absolutely sell this and then you will pocket 140k and be off to the next one. But what if I told you that you can double that amount? By heading to the Refinery processing terminal, we can set up a workload and have our Quantanium refined. Doing this will double the value, and all it requires of us is patience and a ship with enough cargo space to haul it to the trade division. If you do choose to refine it, then we recommend getting a Freelancer Max at New Deal for 2,181,500 credits. It features a large 120 SKU storage bay, a living area complete with beds, 4-person cockpit, and a manable turret on top. The 120 SKU of storage space will let you rack up a lot of work orders and then haul them all at once for even bigger payouts each time. In order to refine our Quantanium, we need to set up a work order and select a refining method. There are quite a few to choose from, however for this video we have chosen the Ferron exchange method. Each different method takes different amounts of time, costs different amounts of money, and has different amounts of yield. So take a look at these and choose which one works best for you. However, we are going to stick with the Ferron exchange, and in 14 hours give or take, our Quantanium will be ready and we will be ready to pack it onto our Freelancer Max and take it off to sell. To do this, we select storage option at the bottom of our completed work order, select our Freelancer Max, and then click Collect. Once this is done, we can head back to the Fleet Manager panel and retrieve our Freelancer Max and set a course for wherever we choose to sell it. We can sell it at any trade division, and for us, we are going to head to New Babbage on Microtech. Once we've arrived at Microtech, we are going to land at New Babbage, store our ship, and then head to the Commons via the metro station. Once we've arrived, we then head up the stairs and into New Babbage Plaza, then across the four-way section below and up these stairs into the trade division. Once inside, we are going to walk up to the trading console here, select Sell, and then select Freelancer Max as our source. As you can see here, we have turned what would have been 140k profit into 266k profit. Usually what people do is they head out and mine Quantanium for a few days or maybe even a week or so, and along the way they set up a string of work orders to refine a whole ton of Quantanium at once, and then when all the work orders are done, they pack it all up and they head out and sell it, raking in millions of credits at a time. If you're looking for money, then we definitely recommend that you get started doing this as soon as possible. When I first started mining, I blew all my credits on the Prospector, then went out and mined and sold it raw at the ore station until I had enough to buy myself a Freelancer Max. And since then, I've been making work orders all the time and filling up my Freelancer as much as I can before I sell it. Mining can be tedious, so something you can do to keep yourself occupied while you're out searching for Quantanium to mine is either pulling up your phone and watching Netflix or something, or using a second monitor to do the same or something similar. So yeah, I mean, now you guys know the secrets of Quantanium mining and refinement, so congratulations on your newfound knowledge, and we hope your mining treks are fruitful. If you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful and instructive, then definitely show us by dropping a like and get this video seen to as many people as we possibly can. On top of that, if you want to be notified whenever we release new content, we would super appreciate it if you guys would hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell and join us for our future videos. We are relatively new, so every bit of love you guys are willing to show us will help us grow, and it means a ton to both me and Malterror. We also want to thank you guys for watching till the end, and now with all of that said and done, we hope to see you guys out in the verse very soon, lining your space pockets with credits, and as always, don't forget your med pens. Peace.